Namaskar. Welcome to Career 247. I am Prashant Dhawan. As you may know, terrorists in Pakistan have hijacked an entire train. That's unbelievable. Now, if you're wondering, wait, what am I seeing? Well, this train was traveling from Quetta in Baluchistan to KPK. On the way, members of the Baluchistan Liberation Army first blasted the train tracks, causing the train to stop. After that, members of the Baluchistan Liberation Army boarded the train, which had about 450 passengers. Today, this entire train, with many passengers, has been hijacked, presenting a huge challenge for Pakistan regarding the passengers. How can they be rescued? 6 Pakistani security personnel, who were some of the security officials on the train, have already been killed. The BLA executed a well-planned attack, and I would say in the coming hours, the next few days are going to be very challenging for Pakistan. And the name of this train is Jaffar Express. Yes, remember Jaffar Express, as it will be in the news for many days to come. The Baluchistan Liberation Army has admitted that they meticulously planned this, as they claim. They claim to be freedom fighters wanting to liberate Baluchistan. They say their freedom fighters destroyed the railway tracks, causing the Jaffar Express to stop. The fighters have now taken over the entire train and are holding all passengers hostage. And if you're asking whether the Pakistani military and other security forces have given up, then no, they haven't. Even now, as I'm recording this video, they still haven't accepted that the Jaffar Express is out of their hands. Pakistani security officers are dropping bombs on the train from helicopters. Yes, it's quite risky, but they're dropping bombs from helicopters on the train, hoping the Baluchistan Liberation Army will release it, though the BLA has issued a press release. The issue here, they say. Again, note this line. During this operation, the Baluchistan Liberation Army has released the women, children, and Baluchistan passengers. And this is a very important point here. They mentioned that, according to the BLA, at this time some people remain. I don't know, but at least the Baluchistan Liberation Army claims they have released the women, children, and Baloch passengers, and the main hostages now are Pakistani military personnel. Many of them. There are police personnel, obviously anti-terrorism force members, and many ISI people here. They wrote that all of them were traveling to Punjab on leave. The BLA issues a stark warning if the occupying forces attempt any military intervention. All hostages will be executed, so apart from the children and women, the BLA claims to have 100 hostages, as there were about 450 people on the train. The BLA says they have taken only 100 people hostage, most of whom are linked to Pakistan's security establishment. Some are military, some are ISI, and they are linked to the Pakistani military in some way. They will all be killed. If the Pakistani government intervenes and tries to remove the BLA from the train, even as I record this video, many videos are emerging. On social media, for example, you can see this is the Jaffar Express in motion with bomb blast on the tracks. Pakistani security establishment has also tried dropping bombs from helicopters. So there's a lot of smoke here, and honestly, if you ask me, I'm relieved to know that at least the women and children are safe, as the BLA has said here. Still, I hope innocent people aren't harmed, as there are many civilians around. It's clear that Pakistan is not a stable country. A moving train with your army, police, and ISI personnel on it. The Baluchistan Liberation Army hijacks it, and it's clear this country is in chaos. Seeing this, you can also understand why Pakistan is ranked above Syria in the Global Terrorism Index. Pakistan is ranked above Syria in terms of terrorism. Now the problem Pakistan faces is how to negotiate with the Baluchistan Liberation Army. Look, if terrorists hijack an aircraft, it's a disaster for any country's security agency, because how do you negotiate with terrorists? Will terrorists set their conditions? It's always very risky because terrorists always have the option to kill all hostages And in this particular case, they've taken over the entire train. The hostages are held by the Baluchistan Liberation Army. Most probably they will tell Pakistan what their demands are. Do these people want several BLA members who are currently in Pakistan's jails to be released? Maybe they will make this demand, but we'll have to see what other demands BLA puts forward. Generally, in such situations, what usually happens? Usually, the main demand in such cases is the release of captured prisoners. Here, the Baluchistan Liberation Army members will have no way to escape. Just think, if a plane is hijacked, the terrorists can take off and escape. A plane can be taken somewhere else, but here it's a train. The terrorists holding hostages, where will they escape on a train? They also know that the train will move tomorrow. First of all, the train won't be able to move because the tracks have been destroyed. The train is stuck there, so where will the terrorists go? If they try to escape, they will be shot immediately. It looks like for once I have to say it, unfortunately. Mass killings could happen here. It might be that the terrorists came here thinking they wouldn't return home, and a lot of people could lose their lives. If you're wondering why the Baluchistan Liberation Army did this in Pakistan, well, the obvious reason is that the Pakistani government recently announced in November 2024 that they would conduct a comprehensive operation against the militants in Baluchistan. Their army will be involved, and they plan to swiftly destroy the targets in Baluchistan. Now, this operation hasn't started yet. Pakistan just made the announcement. Al Jazeera covered this. The Hindu covered it too, and I read it back then thinking something would happen. But Pakistan didn't do anything. Usually what happens is countries conduct preemptive strikes on terrorists. Here in Pakistan, it seems like the terrorists have struck Pakistan regarding this comprehensive operation. After this, the BLA gave many threats to Pakistan, and now we are seeing, I would say the BLA has done its biggest act so far. The BLA has never inflicted such a big wound on Pakistan until now. This will be remembered for a very long time. Anyway, this is the news and development now. We'll have to see if Pakistan can rescue its people, most of whom are from the Pakistani army and ISI, or these terrorists commit mass killings and the whole world will see how unstable Pakistan is at this time. Either way, I hope the innocent civilians stay safe and that this crisis ends soon.